Thank you, Mr. Jiping. For the benefit of the delegates, we have requested China Law Society to provide the translated version of Mr. Jiping's speech, and it will be circulated to the delegates tomorrow morning. And Mr. Jiping, in line with your thoughts, we have already kept the theme of this forum very well connected to the summit, which is developing legal frameworks for building responsive, inclusive, and collective solutions, because that is the theme of the BRICS leaders who will meet in October in Goa. So now I will request Mr. Alexei Klishin from Russia, head of delegation Russia.
Thank you, Prashant. Dear colleagues, dear friends, first of all, would like to express that I'm very happy to see again our friends and colleagues whom we met in Brasilia and in Shanghai, and meet here new colleagues, and our forum is obviously improving. We hope that we'll have fruitful and smooth work during these days in New Delhi. Thank you for your hospitality. And here I have a greeting address from our co-chairman, the co-chairman of our Law Society, Russian Law Society, the former Minister of Justice, the former Minister of Interior and Prime Minister of Russia, Mr. Sergei Stepashin. I will read it and then pass to our hosts. Dear delegates of the forum, one of the most important objectives of the forum is to ensure the close cooperation between the legal communities of BRICS member states that would facilitate the development and the efficient use of the worldwide potential of the legal profession. The idea of the forum fully reflects the commitment of the Association of Lawyers of Russia to enhancement of the multifaceted cooperation with the legal communities of BRICS member states. Noteworthy is the importance and the urgency of the matters raised by the forum's participants, the role of the supremacy of law at domestic and international levels from the viewpoint of the developing countries, mechanisms for the settlement of disputes in BRICS member states, legal security, and cooperation between BRICS member states. I am confident that the matters to be discussed at the third forum and the subsequent decisions to be taken thereat will allow to elaborate new ideas and initiatives related to the augmenting of the legal potential of the five and to the enhancement of its status in the global affairs. I wish that all delegates of the forum hold fruitful discussions and establish mutually advantageous contacts aimed at close cooperation within the framework of international sharing of experience and implementation of projects. Co-Chairman Stepashin. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Klishin, and I hope we'll be able to reciprocate the wonderful hospitality you had extended to our Associate President, Mr. Kian Bhatt, who had gone to attend the forum at St. Petersburg, and I think Justice Deepak Mishra was also there at St. Petersburg early this year. So now I will call upon Mr. Luis Teixeira Ferreira from Brazil to come and extend his greetings.
Namaste. Oh, namaskar. Ram Ram. Ladies and gentlemen, I try to do my best in English. Honorable Minister of Law, Honorable Judges of Supreme Court, authorities, P. Anand, my dear friend Prashant Kumar, honorable members of and representatives of the delegations of Russia, India, China, and South Africa. On behalf of the Brazilian Bar Association, I'd like to thank the Bar Association of India for hosting this 30 BRICS Legal Forum. Indeed, it is such great honor and pleasure for Brazilian delegation to attend this 30 BRICS Legal Forum here. Happy is the country which had the opportunity to have among its lawyers someone like Mahatma Gandhi. Proud is the country, is South Africa, which had the opportunity to have among its lawyers someone like Nelson Mandela. Let's call them colleagues, Bapu and Mandiba. We Brazilians also might be proud for having among our lawyers someone like Sobral Pinto, who fought against many dictators. They fought and they finally won their causes: the oppression, and the domination, and the racial apartheid. So we finally laid over their tremendous achievements. However, oppression, domination, and apartheid are very like a strong virus who changed its properties to continue as existing. Since then, the oppression, domination, and apartheid have increased substantially in the entire world. Indeed, in these days, we not only talk about domination by the use of weapons, but we talk about domination by economics, technology, knowledge, among other instruments alike. In these days, we not only talk about racial segregation, which is not yet finished. We talk about social, economic segregation, among other kinds. So, what would Bapu or Mandiba fight for at the present moment? What would be their flags in the current days? What are we going to talk about during the next 3 days here? Yes, the world has changed much since then. However, oppression, domination, and segregation are today much bigger than ever. These viruses are still alive and in control. Shall the thoughts of Bapu and Mandiba inspire this third BRICS Legal Forum? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Teixeira. You have spoken from the heart. As you know, the Brazilian exuberance is always from the heart. And, you know, Not only that Brazil, most of the country is like India. Also now you know some of the most beautiful Brazilian women are finding part in Bollywood movies, and it is very hard to recognize that they are not Indians. They are so very well accepted here. So now I'll request Mr. Notiesi, Co-Chairperson, Law Society of South Africa, to extend his greetings.
Molweni, dumelang, goeiemiddag, sanibonani. These are all familiar and famous South African languages, simply to say good evening. The Honorable Minister of Law and Justice, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, the Honorable Mr. Justice Deepak Misra, the Attorney General for India, fellow leaders of Bar Association and law societies in the BRICS jurisdiction, colleagues and friends. Just in 1963, the Emperor Haile Selassie, addressing an occasion of the United Nations, has this to say: throughout history, it has been the inaction of those who could have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, and the silence of the voice of justice when it mattered the most, that have made it possible for evil to triumph. The Emperor was addressing then the United Nations in 1963 under different circumstances. The Law Society of South Africa is honored to be part of this important gathering. Although we possibly have the smallest profession in numbers compared to other BRICS jurisdictions, we have 24,000 practicing attorneys in South Africa. We pride ourselves of having a strong, independent, and highly respected profession. We have participated in the previous forum held in Brasilia and Shanghai and look forward to discussions on the New Delhi declarations. We are pleased to see ongoing recognition and retaliation of the fundamental legal, political, and constitutional values, concept, cultures, and principles of all countries who are involved in the forum, with a common aim to promote and protect the rule of law and the universal human rights. Further, we note the acknowledgement and safeguarding the independence and integrity of the legal profession. These are important fundamentals which must be kept in mind as the basis for all our interactions. We need to support one another when these fundamentals are threatened in any of our jurisdictions. I trust that this forum will create a platform for us to cement relationships so that we can call on one another and on the collective should the need arise. At the BRICS leaders' informal meetings on the margins of the G20 summit in China on 4 September 2016, BRICS leaders underlined the importance of establishment of a just and equitable international order based on international law. They also stressed that corruption, illicit cross-border financial flows, and ill-gotten wealth derived from illegal activities stashed in foreign jurisdiction adversely impact in institutional capacities and effectiveness, and call for enhanced cooperation and effective measures among G20 economies. As a profession, we need to support our leaders in the above for the good of all our people. I look forward to making new friends and learning about the challenges and achievements in our respective jurisdiction. Harry Ford made the following remark: "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." As BRICS countries, we must accept and understand and acknowledge that we are obliged to stand together in order to achieve the greatest possible outcome for all, and most importantly, for our people. We have to create a reliable system and ultimately international systems of trade. This forum provides a platform for us to realize that objective. We have to stimulate economic activities and provide assistance to our respective government who continuously confirm their commitment. The legal sector is one of primary business sectors for the success of BRICS countries. This forum presents us with an appropriate platform. As South Africa, we are looking forward to robust, frank, and open engagements over the next few days of our meeting. We must be able to draft rich practical solutions which can be implemented with urgency. United and together we will achieve the objectives which we set for ourselves. Our people who share common background of suffering, oppression, and injustice have their ears and eyes on these all-important gatherings. As previous speakers indicated, Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, Govan Mbeki, Mahatma Gandhi, all came together to deal with the challenges of apartheid, and they, as a united force, were able to triumph. How then, when we have already laid a foundation for ourselves, how we can not achieve together? On those few words, I greet you all on behalf of South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nyotsi. And before I call upon Honorable Minister Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad to deliver his inaugural address, as the Indian tradition goes, we light the lamp to ward away the darkness of ignorance and to bring the light of knowledge. So I will request the Minister, Justice Mishra, and all our 5 heads of delegations to light the lamp. Now I will request Honorable Minister, because, BRICS Legal Forum is not just about legal, it is also about sharing information. And, He is a Minister for Law and Justice and also Information Technology. So he is the most fit person to address this forum and to give the inaugural address.
Honorable Justice Deepak Mishra, Senior Judge of the Supreme Court of India, the Doyen of the Indian Bar, a lawyer of extraordinary eminence and intellect, Sri Venugopal, Distinguished Attorney General of India, Mr. Mukul Rohatgi, all the distinguished representatives from the BRICS countries, Mr. Shankardass, Mr. Lalit Bhasin, Pinky Anand, Mr. Prashant Kumar, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I